Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
H8605 full stage revision, and the
Mhm.
last
Mhm.
headword was let me see. Okay,
Let me see. Yes, yes,
okay, let
yes.
me scroll down.
Mhm.
Okay, it's a good thing you have both. Okay, here we go.
Mm.
First question.
Okay.
Okay, if you were the owner of a business and one of your workers stole something from the business, would you give them a second chance or would you dismiss them at once? If you were the owner of a business and one of your workers stole something from the business, would you give them a second chance or would you dismiss them at once? If I were
If
the
I
owner
were
of a
the owner
business
of a
and one
business
of my
and one of
workers
my
stole something
workers
from the
stole
business,
something of the business,
I'd
I'd dismiss
them at
them
once.
at once.
Why? Why? Because
Because uh, that kind of people, I can't trust that kind of people.
anymore. Very good. Okay, next. Supposing there was a place, shall we say somewhere in the middle of a jungle in South America, where you knew for sure that there was about 50 million pounds worth of gold, but the chances of returning alive were only 50-50. Would you go and take a chance and try your luck, or would you just stay at home and dream about it? Supposing there was a place,
Supposing there is a
shall
place,
we say somewhere
shall we say
in the
somewhere
middle of a
in the
jungle
middle of a
of
jungle
South
of
America,
South
where
America,
I knew for
where
sure
I knew for sure
that there was
that
about
there was
50
about
million
50
pounds
million
worth of
pounds
gold,
worth of
but the
gold, but
chances
the
of returning
chances of
alive
returning
were
alive
only
were only
50-50.
50-50.
I'd
I do stay at
at
home
home and dream about it.
and dream about it.
Me too. Why? Why? Because
because I don't lose my life.
that's correct.
I
Life
don't
is more
want.
important, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Very good. Okay, next. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're
Mhm.
whistling.
You are whistling.
Very good. Many years ago, did humans have to hunt animals for food? Many years ago, did humans have to hunt animals for food? Yes,
Yes,
many years
many
ago,
years ago,
humans had to
humans
hunt
had to
animals
hunt
for
animals for
food.
food.
Very good. Okay, why should we judge a person by his deeds more than by his words? Why should we judge a person by his deeds more than by his words? We should judge a
We
person
should judge a
by his
person by
deeds
his
more than
deeds
by his
more than
words
by his
because
word,
it's easier
because
to
it's
say
easier to
things
say
than to
things
do them.
than to do them.
Very good. Okay, what do we use grease for? What do we use grease for? We use
We
grease
use
to
grease
make the
for
different
to make
parts
the different
of a machine
parts of a
move
machine
smoothly.
move smoothly.
Very good. What do we use a pair of scissors for? What do we use a pair of scissors for? We use
We
a
use
pair of
a pair of
scissors for
scissors
cutting paper,
for cutting paper,
etc.
etc.
Very good. If you were in a bus going downhill and the driver suddenly lost control of the bus, what did you do? If you were in a bus going downhill and the driver suddenly lost control of the bus, what did you do? If I were
If
in a
I
bus
were in a bus
going downhill
going
and the
downhill
driver
and the driver
suddenly
suddenly lost
lost control
control
of the bus,
of the
I
bus,
tried to take
I'd try
control
to take
of the
control
bus,
of the bus,
etc.
etc.
Very good. What might happen if you didn't pay your electricity bill when it was due? What might happen if you didn't pay your electricity bill when it was due? If I didn't
If I
pay
didn't pay
my electricity bill
electricity
when
bill,
it was due,
it was due,
they might come
they might
and
come
cut the
and stop
electricity off.
the.
Cut
Sorry, your
the
voice is
breaking up.
in
Let's
out out.
reconnect.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, here we go.
Hi, hi,
If
hi.
I didn't
If I
pay
didn't
my
pay my
electricity bill
electricity
when
bill
it was
when
due,
it was
they
due,
might come
they might
and cut
come and
the
cut
electricity
the
off.
electricity off.
Very good. When are you due to come here again? When are you due to come here again? I'm due to
I'm
come
due
here
to come
again.
here again tomorrow.
Very good. Why don't trains always arrive when they are due? Why don't trains always arrive when they are due? Trains don't
Trains
always
don't
arrive
always
when they are
arrive
due
when they are
because
due
of bad
because
weather,
of that bad weather,
breakdowns, etc.
breakdowns, etc.
Very good. When a person is rich, do you think it's due to the fact that they're more intelligent than most other people? Or do you think it's mainly due to luck? When a person is rich, do you think it's due to the fact that they're more intelligent than most other people? Or do you think it's mainly due to luck? when a person is
When a
rich?
person is
I
rich,
think
I
it's
think
mainly due
it's
to
mainly due to a luck.
very good. Were your grandmothers both born in the same country as you? Were your grandmothers both born in the same country as you? Yes or no?
Yes,
My
my
grandmothers were
grandmother
both born
were
were
both
both
born
born in the same
in
country
the
as
same
me.
country as me.
Very good. What do we call our grandfather's father? What do we call our
Father.
grandfather's father? We call
We
our
call our
grandfather's father
grandfather's
our
father
great
our
grandfather.
great grandfather.
Very good. Are the people in your country mostly tea drinkers or coffee drinkers? Are the people in your country mostly tea drinkers or coffee drinkers? The people in my
The people
country
in my
are
country
mostly.
are mostly tea drinkers.
Very good. Do you think that passing exams is mostly a question of luck? Do you think that passing exams is mostly a question of luck? Yes or no?
No,
I
I don't
don't think
think
that passing
that the
exams
passing
is
exams
mostly a
is
question
mostly
of
a
luck.
question of luck.
Greg, do you think your language is totally different from English? Do you think your language is totally different from English? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
I
think
think
my language
my
is
language
totally
is
different
totally
from
different
English.
from English.
Wait, if a friend of yours is wearing clothes that look totally wrong on them, do you tell them? If a friend of yours is wearing clothes that look totally wrong on them, do you tell them? Yes or no?
No,
If a friend of
if a
mine
friend of mine
is
is
wearing clothes
wearing clothes
that look totally
that
wrong
look
on them,
totally wrong on them,
I don't tell
I
them.
don't tell them.
Very good. Okay, next. What does the idiom let yourself go mean? What does the idiom let yourself go mean? The idiom
The
let
idiom
yourself
let
go
yourself
means
go means
relax and enjoy
relax
yourself.
and enjoy yourself.
Give me an example. Give me an example, please. If you relax a
If you
little
relax
and
and
let
a little
yourself
and
go,
let yourself
you'll
go,
feel happier.
you will feel happier.
Very good. What's the difference between to discuss, to argue, and to quarrel? What's the difference between to discuss,
Qu-
to argue, and to quarrel? The
The
difference between
difference
to
between
discuss,
to
to argue,
discuss
and
and
to
to
quarrel
argue and to
is
quarrel
that to
is
discuss
that to
means
discuss
to
means
talk about
to
something
talk about
in a
something
serious
in a
or
serious
formal
or
manner,
formal manner,
whereas to argue
whereas
means
to argue
to
means
disagree
to
badly
disagree
on a
badly
subject
on a
and
subject
become angry.
and become
And to
angry.
quarrel
And
means
to quarrel
to lose
means to
control of
lose
your anger
control of your
and
anger
start shouting
and start
and saying
shouting and
unpleasant
saying
things
unpleasant
to each
things
other.
to each other.
Do you enjoy discussing politics? Do you enjoy discussing politics? Yes or no?
No, I
I do
don't
enjoy discussing
enjoy
politics.
discussing politics.
Why do housemates sometimes argue with one another? Why do
House,
housemates sometimes argue with
housemate,
one another? Housemates sometimes
housemates
argue
sometimes
with
argue
one
with
another
one another
because,
because they might have they might have different lifestyle.
very good, that's correct. Did you quarrel a lot with your brother or sister when you were a child? Did you quarrel a lot with your brother or sister when you were a child? Yes or no?
Yes,
I quarreled a
I
lot
quarreled a
with
lot
my
with my brother
when I was a child.
when I was a child.
Very good. Give me an example of the word argue used with the meaning of to reason. Give me an example of the word to argue with the meaning of to reason, please. She argues
She
that
argued
if we don't go
that
now,
if we don't go now,
it'll be too late.
it will be too late.
Very good. What does it mean to live a regular life? What does it mean to live a regular life?
Uh,
To live a
to live
regular life
a regular life
means that
means
we
that
eat,
we
sleep,
eat,
and work,
sleep, and
etc.
work,
at
etc.
more or less
at more
the
or
same
less
times
the
every
same
day.
times every day.
Very would you say that a regular life was better than a regular one? Would you say that a regular life was better than an irregular one? Yes or no?
Yes, I'd
I'd say
say
that a regular
that
life
a regular
was
life
better than
was better
an
than
irregular one.
an irregular one
Very good. Why? Why? Because?
because it's easy to arrange our schedule.
Very good. Next. Can the dentist do anything about irregular teeth? Can the dentist do anything about irregular teeth? Yes, a
Yes,
dentist
a
can do
dentist
something
can do
about
something
irregular
about
teeth.
irregular teeth.
Very good. Do you work irregular hours? Do you work irregular hours? Yes or no?
No,
I
I
don't
don't
work
work
irregular hours.
irregular hours.
Very good. Why is it important to blow up bridges during a war? Why is it important
Mm,
to blow up bridges during a war? It's important
It's
to blow up
important to blow
bridges
up
during a
bridges
war
during a
in
war
order to
in
make it
order to
difficult
make it
for the
difficult
enemy
for
to
the
get
enemy
across the
to get
river.
across the
To do
river.
so,
To do
they would
so,
either have
they would either
to
have
swim,
to swim,
cross by boat,
cross by
or
boat,
build new
or
bridges.
build new bridges.
Very good. What's the difference between dust and powder? What's the
That's
difference between dust and powder? The
the
difference between
difference
dust
between
and powder
dust and
is that
powder is
dust is
that
natural
dust is
and
natural
collects on
and
objects. Collects on objects.
collect on object,
Whereas powder
whereas
is
powder
something
is
that is
something
made.
that is made.
Very good. Have you ever collected stamps or anything like that? Have you ever collected stamps or anything like that? Yes or no?
Yes,
I've collected
I've
stamps
collected stamps
or
or
something like that.
something like that.
Very good. Okay. On what kind of occasions do people collect together in large numbers? On what kind of occasions do people collect together in large numbers? The kind of
The
occasions
kind of
on
occasions
which people
on which
collect
people
together
collect
in
together
large
in
numbers
large
are
numbers
parties,
are parties,
political meetings,
political
football
meetings,
matches,
football
etc.
matches, etc.
Very good. Do they collect money in the streets in your country for different causes, such as for the Red Cross, the poor, etc.? Do they collect money in the streets in your country for different causes, such as for the Red Cross, the poor, etc.? Yes or no?
Yes,
They collect money
they collect
in the
money
streets
in
in
the
my
street
country
in my
for
country
different
for
causes,
different
such
causes,
as for the Red
such as
Cross,
for the Red
the
Cross,
poor, etc.
the poor, etc.
Very good. What do you consider to be a good cause worth collecting money for? What do you consider to be a good cause worth collecting money for? I
I
consider
consider uh,
charity to
charity
be a good
to be
cause
a good cause
worth collecting money
worth
for.
collecting money for.
Very good. Okay, next. What kind of furniture do you like to see a room furnished with? What kind of furniture do you like to see a room furnished with? I like to
I
see
like
a
to
room
see a
furnished with.
room furnished with modern furniture.
Very good. How long does it usually take for a new film to become available to buy? How long does it usually take for a new film to become available to buy? It usually
It
takes
usually takes 6 months
for a new film
for a new
to become
film to
available to
become
buy.
available to buy.
Greg, if you rang somebody up when they were at work but they weren't available immediately, would you wait, leave a message, or call back later? If you rang somebody up when they were at work but they weren't available immediately, would you wait, leave a message, or call back later? If I rang
If I
somebody
rang
up
somebody up
when they were at work
when they were at
but
work
weren't
but
available
weren't
immediately,
available immediately,
I'd
I'd leave
a
a
message.
message.
Very good. Do you think that human beings sometimes behave worse than animals? Do you think that human beings sometimes behave worse than animals? Yes or no? I
Yes,
think that
I
human
think that
beings
human beings
sometimes behave
sometimes
worse
behave
than animals.
worse than animals.
Very good. What artificial part of the body can science provide us with? What artificial parts of the body can science provide us with? Science can provide
Science
us
can
with
provide us
artificial
with
arms,
artificial
legs,
arms,
teeth,
legs,
hair,
teeth,
etc.
hair, etc.
Very good. When do we add the letters es to form the plural of a noun and the third person singular of a verb?
Yes.
When do we add the
Oh,
letters es to form the plural of a noun and the third person singular of a verb? We add the letters
we add the
es
letters
to
es
form the
to
plural of
form
a
the
noun
plural of a
and the
noun
third person
and the
singular
third person
of a
singular
verb
of
when
a
a
verb
word ends
when word
in the
ends
letters
in the
o,
letters
s,
O,
x,
S,
z,
X,
ch,
Z,
or
CH,
sh.
or SH.
Very good. Give me some examples, please, both nouns and verb. Give me some examples, please, both noun and verb. One potato, two
One
potatoes.
potato, two
I
potatoes.
go, you go,
I
he
go,
goes.
you go, he goes.
Very good. What happens when a noun or verb ends in a consonant plus y? What happens when a noun or verb ends in a consonant plus y? When a noun
When
or
a
verb
noun
ends
or
in a
verb ends
consonant plus
in a
y,
consonant plus Y,
the y is changed
the
to
Y
I,
is changed to
and
I,
then the letters
and then
es
the
are
letters
added.
ES are added.
Give me an example. Give me an example, please, both nouns and verb.
Oh,
One lady, two
one
ladies.
lady, two
I
ladies.
cry, you
I
cry,
cry,
he
you cry,
cries.
he cries.
Where if you kiss your mother hello, how many kisses do you give her? One, two, or
No,
three?
no, no,
If
no,
you
no.
kiss your mother hello, how many kisses do you give her? One, two, or three? If I
If
kiss
I
my
kiss
mother
my
hello,
mother
I give
hello,
her
I give her zero
zero,
kisses.
zero kisses. Okay, just hug her like that. Okay. Like, what do we mean by the rush hour in a large city? What do we mean by the rush hour in a large city? By the rush hour
By the
in
rush
a large
hour
city,
in a large
we
city,
mean
we
the
mean
time when
the
everyone
time when everyone
rushes to work
rushes to
or
work
home from work.
or home from work.
Regid, who were your heroes when you were a child? Who were your heroes when you were a child? My heroes
My
when I
heroes
was a
when
child
I was a
were
child were my parents
why? Why? Because
because they protected me
protected me.
from other things.
Other things like dangerous things.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, next. What does the idiom pull someone's leg mean? What does the idiom pull someone's leg mean? The idiom pull
The idiom
someone's
pull
leg means
someone's leg
joke
means
with someone
joke with
by
someone
making them
by
believe
making them
something
believe
that is not
something
true.
that is not true.
Give me an example. Give me an example, please. After all these years
After all these
of knowing
years
him,
of
I
know
still
him,
don't
I still don't
know when
know
he's being
when he is
serious
being
and
serious
when he's
and
just
when
pulling my leg. He's just pulling
he's
my leg.
just pulling my leg.
Very good. Okay, next. What's the difference between a dish and a plate? What's the
Dish
difference
and
between a dish
plate.
and a plate? The difference
The
between
difference
a
between
dish and a plate
a dish and a
is
plate
that
is
a plate
that
is flat,
a plate is flat,
whereas a dish
whereas
is
a dish
deeper.
is deeper.
What's your favorite dish? What's your favorite dish? My favorite
My
dish
favorite
is.
dish is beef steak.
Wow, very good. Do you know how to make it? Do you know how to make it? Yes or no?
Yes, I know
How to make it?
how to make it.
Very good. Are you for or against the police carrying arms when they're walking around the streets on duty? Are you for or against the police carrying arms when they're walking around the streets on duty? Yes or no?
No, I
I'm
don't.
I'm
I'm
against the
not. I'm
police
against the
carrying
police
arms
carrying
when they're
arms
walking
when they
around
are
the
walking
streets
around the
on
street
duty.
on duty
Why? Why? Because
because it's too dangerous.
very good. Are you for or
Mm,
against fox hunting? Are you for or against fox hunting? I'm
I'm against
fox hunting.
fox hunting
Why? Why? Because
because fox looks cute. I don't know.
it's cruelty, right? Animal
Yeah.
cruelty. Very
Yeah.
good. Okay, next. What do members of the general public do when they see a criminal sees a woman's handbag in the street? What do members of the general public do when they see a criminal sees a woman's handbag in the street? When a member of
When a member
general
of
public
the general
see a
public
criminal
see a
sees a
criminal,
woman's
sees
handbag in
the
the street,
woman's handbag in the street,
some run after
some
the criminal,
sorry, some
criminal
run after the
or
criminal
shout for help.
or shout for help.
But most people
But most
just
people
stand and look
just
too
stand
surprised
and look too
to do
surprised
anything.
to do anything.
Very what would you do if another world war broke out? What would you do if another world war broke out? If another world
If
war
another
broke
world
out,
war broke out,
I'd
I'd I'd I'd hide underground.
underground. Very good. Okay, what's the difference between wage and salary? What's the difference between wage and salary?
What?
The
Salary?
difference
The
between
difference between
wage and salary
wage and
is
salary
that
is
we
that
generally
we
use the
generally
word
use the
wage
word
for a
wage
non-professional
for a
job
non-professional job
or a job in
or a
which
job
a
in
person
which a
earns
person
a fixed
earns
amount of
a
money
fixed amount of money
for each hour
for
they
each
work,
hour they work,
whereas we generally
whereas
use
we
salary
generally use
for a
salary
professional
for a
job
professional
or a
job
job in
or
which
a
a
job
person
in which
earns
a person
a
earns
fixed amount of
a
money
fixed amount of money
each year.
each year.
Where good, what kind of people don't earn a steady wage or salary? What kind of people don't earn a steady wage or salary? The kinds of
The
people
kind of
that
people
don't earn
that
a
don't
steady
earn
wage
a
or
steady
salary
wage or
are
salary
actors,
are
artists,
actors,
writers,
artists,
etc.
writers, etc.
Do seasonal workers, such as waiters who work at seaside hotel in the summer, receive a wage or a salary? Do seasonal workers, such as waiters who work at seaside hotels in the summer, receive a wage or a salary?
Mm.
Seasonal workers,
Seasonal
such
workers,
as
such
waiters
as
who work
waiters or
at
work
seaside
who
hotels
work at seaside
in the
hotel
summer,
in the
receive a
summer
wage.
receive a wage.
What kind of jobs do we need a steady hand for? What kind of job do we need
Mm,
a steady hand for? The kind of
that
jobs
kind
we
of
need a
jobs
steady
we need
hand
a
for
steady hand
are
for
painter,
painter,
surgeon, pianist,
surgeon,
etc.
pianist, etc.
About how long do you think it'll take you to finish this book if you keep working steadily? About how long do you think it'll take you to finish this book if you keep working steadily?
Well,
I think
I
it'll
think
take me
it would take me
like 1 week
few 1 week, okay,
to finish this book
to finish this book
if I keep
if
working
I keep
steadily.
working steadily.
Very good. How do we generally form the plural of a noun ending in the letter F or FE? How do we generally form the plural of a noun ending in the letter F or FE? We generally form
We
the
generally
plural
form
of a
the
noun
plural of a
ending in the
noun
letter F
ending
or
in the letter
FE
F
by
or
changing
FE
the F
by changing the
or
F
FE
to or
to
FE
VES.
to VES.